See, he was born. The earth could have stood still in awe of this newborn. I mean, it could have skipped just one rotation in commemoration of this evolution. But for who? An ordinary child? Nah, can't happen. So they thought, tagging him as ordinary until he began to prove them wrong. See, he was growing in stature and in wisdom. So much that at 12, he could question religious leaders to the point of confusion and astonishment. It's almost as if I could hear their thoughts. Isn't he an ordinary boy? So they thought, still tagging him as ordinary because they're unable to see. Their vision has been blurred by the log of wood covering their eyes, but at least even in that state, they could still see that he has grown from being a child to a young boy. See, he was growing in stature and in wisdom. So much that at 30, he overcame all the temptation from the devil, and now he was ready for the ministry. So like a predator fully prepared to capture its prey, he set out into the corners of the streets of the towns in Jerusalem, accepted by some, rejected by most, but it didn't stop his mission, because his vision was clear, clearer than the spot of light in the midst of darkness. The same darkness he came to overcome by the teachings, healings, and preachings, but instead of being convinced, they were confused to the point of questioning. Isn't that man the same ordinary carpenter? So they thought, still tagging him as ordinary because they're unable to see. Their vision has been blurred by the log of wood covering their eyes, but at least even in that state, they could still see that he has grown from being a young boy to a man. See, he has grown in stature and in wisdom. And now he was ready for what lay beyond the ministry. So the journey continued. Through rejection to accusation to torture, at which point he purchased my healing, because by his stripes I am healed, not his death. But still the journey continued. Through judgment to damnation, to a place so rugged yet beautiful, a place though high up on a hill required a lowly and a humble heart to climb it. See, he went through all that process, from birth to the temple, to the wilderness, to the ministry, then to prison, just to get here. Where? The cross. See, he was born for the cross. But while hanging, they jeered and jested at him, because all they could see, like the thief, was an ordinary man hanging. And since that log of wood is still stuck in their eyes, they couldn't see that ordinary man did an extraordinary thing. See, he was God but left his Godship for the sake of mankind. I'm in awe. I mean, how can the creator of man descend to be the son of the created man, if not for indescribable love for his creation, man? Yes, that ordinary man is the creator of ordinary men. But it's just unfortunate that he had to take an earthquake for that log of wood to drop from their eyes to see the Son of God hanging on a tree by their very hands. But that was all they could see. The physical, a manifestation of what was actually happening in the spiritual. See, Jesus was working out my salvation, my freedom. He used one stone, the cross, to break two, not three, not four, but all my chains. So on that cross, my freedom purchased, and not just from sin, but from its guilt and shame, and not with mere dollars or pounds or euros, not even Kuwaiti dinar, because none of these currencies, as valuable as they may be, could have purchased my freedom, but the blood of Jesus did. Yes, I'm talking about that blood that washed white as snow. But of course, the world would not understand how this blood has washed us stainless, because the blood they know is the blood that stains. And even the soldiers that caused that blood to flow didn't know, and I wish they knew. I so wish they knew, but it was all part of his plan. See, the devil, being so used to the manipulation of men, probably laughed at God when he decided to come in the form of man. So he plotted and killed him. The very plot that now brought life to men, the very life he has been trying to keep away from men. So in essence, the devil actually plotted his own defeat. See, while he was roaming around looking for whom to devour, Jesus was busy growing in stature and in wisdom. The same wisdom that has now given me the confidence to say that on the hill there is a cross, and on the cross there is blood for me and for you. And even after 2,000 years, that blood is still stained on that cross that is still standing on that hill, just for me to be reminded that all is perfected. See, this journey is no story. It is a reality. A reality that shows us the greatest love ever expressed on the cross. John 15:13. Greater love has no man than this, that he laid down his life for his friends. Hallelujah.